Well, folks, welcome into Silly Vegas. Hope you're having a great day out there. As always, in today's big video I have for you, okay, I'm going to share some of my biggest investments in the entire stock market and why these particular stocks I invested pretty darn heavily in, okay? I have over $2.5 million in these 4 stocks I'm going to share with you here today in this video. Some would say, hey man, that's too much money for only 4 stocks, okay? And to that, I would say, for my approach, this is fine, okay? For my personal approach. If we think about, like, if you're somebody that, like, let's say you have excess money, okay? You could be on one spectrum, which is like you don't invest anything. You just literally keep all your money in a savings account, okay? Now, let's be honest, savings accounts rates are almost nothing, okay? But, you know, that's a strategy some could use out there. Then on the other spectrum, you could have like somebody that has all their money just in one stock, something like that. And then in the middle, you could have like somebody that has some real estate, some stocks, some savings, and other things. And honestly, that's me. I'm actually pretty well diversified nowadays as far as like my wealth goes. I have several real estate properties. I have probably like 15 different stocks I own, maybe 17 different stocks I own across my different accounts. I obviously keep always like 7 figures plus just in like cash and cash equivalents. Plus I have other investments as well. As far as stock people go, like you could be on one spectrum, you're like all index funds and your money's just, you know, distributed around the S&P 500. You could have a person going all in like a call option play, a put option play, like let's say they got 50,000 in their account. They literally just put all that money in a call option play that's like expiring in a few weeks from now because they're like, I'm going big or going home, okay? And then you have like somebody that's kind of down the middle. I'm a little more toward the aggressive side of investing, but I can tell you, like, you know, especially if you've been in the stock market a while, you're going to meet some people that make you look like you are the most chill person in the world when it comes to investing. Somebody like myself that, you know, I used to view myself as a little more of an aggressive investor. Man, with some of the stuff I've seen over the years, I'm like, geez, I seem conservative actually. Okay, it's absolutely crazy. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, don't forget to smash. It's so darn important, okay? If you want to try to apply for my private stock group and fill out an application down there and to try to get in there, they'll be linked in the description. Alrighty guys, first stock up here is Gamestop. I have $2.5 million in GM. Just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding. Although I will say 3 weeks ago, putting that money in, woo-wee, ooh, that would have been fun, okay? First stock up here is Tesla okay? So this stock, I have $641,000 riding in right now, okay? Honestly, it should be more, okay? It should be more. The problem is I made a very bad mistake this summer and I decided to sell some of my Tesla stock like an idiot. Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, what a dumbo, okay? What a jumbo dumbo. How else can I disrespect myself, okay? I mean, well, the most disrespectful thing I could have done is sell some of those shares off. That was just silly, okay? I don't know what I was thinking in that day, but thank goodness I still have 750 shares of this stock because, woo, I would be a real sad camper if I ever decide to sell off this stock, okay? And let me just talk about Tesla for a moment, okay? Tesla, okay? Now, there's certain folks out there that think Tesla's not going to cross $200 billion of revenue until 2030. And in my personal opinion, based upon the numbers I draft up, I believe that Tesla is going to cross $200 billion in revenue, best case scenario in 2025, and worst case scenario in 2027. So this talk I've heard from a lot of folks, and not really Tesla bulls, just like people that just, I don't know, like to write articles about Tesla stock, but don't even own it and don't even really follow it well enough, okay? But, you know, some of them are saying 200 billion in 2030, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm running my numbers, and I'm like, 2025 to 2027. You know, I don't know what year it's going to be. It's going to be either 2025, 2026, or 2027. This company's crossing 200 billion plus in revenue, in my personal opinion. I just don't see any other way around it. Unless the whole company just gives up and stops innovating, like it just doesn't make any dang sense for them not to cross that number rather soon. And keep in mind, in my opinion, based upon the numbers I run, at $200 billion in revenue, this company should be doing worst case scenario, $20 billion in net income, best case scenario, $40 billion of net income for this company. And when it comes to Tesla, it has an $800 billion market cap. And some folks will say, it's never going to make that valuation make sense. Ever. That's too crazy, okay? I beg to differ. Let's just put it that way, okay? There's huge growth coming in net income in the future years for Tesla, okay? Just look at where the stock has gone over the past 2 or 3 years. This company was taking substantial losses, like epic losses, the type of losses that short sellers said this company was going to go bankrupt with, okay? And look at how fast they switched it to profits now. Now, these profits aren't huge, but where do you think they're going over the coming years? Probably up and up and up. In my opinion, you're going to see substantial increases in net income, operating income, everything across the board with Tesla in coming years. Now, keep in mind, when the autonomous taxi network launches, if Tesla wants to launch its own fleet of vehicles out there, that could definitely hurt profitability in the short term. But the big question is, does Tesla want to launch their own fleet, or would they rather just have people that own a ton of Teslas? More and more people are buying Teslas each and every day. Would they much rather have just people that own Teslas like myself? I'm gonna, when I'm getting my Model S Plaid edition or whatever, I think I'm getting that next month, they said. So I'll own 3 Teslas. I honestly don't need 3 Teslas. Maybe I'll just put the Model 3 out there on the autonomous taxi network or something like that. So that's a big question as far as profitability goes. But yeah, Tesla, oh my gosh, okay. Woo! That's all I'm going to say about that one. Second stock up here of the bunch is Dropbox. So Dropbox stock, I have $119,000 in the public account. I have another $239,000 of this stock in my main private account. Then I have $39,000 worth of call options on Dropbox, and those are expiring in January of 2023. I'm a big believer in this company over the next several years, just put it that way. And then randomly, in a Chase account, okay, I know it's really weird to have a Chase brokerage account, but I want to test out the product, so I threw some money in. And at almost $45,000 in that particular account of Dropbox as well, okay? Dropbox is such a disrespected stock. It's almost laughable to me, okay? Now, first thing I'll see whenever I talk about Dropbox, I'll see some people say, I use Google Cloud, I use Microsoft Cloud. They're better, I like them way better, that's what I'm using. I'm not using Dropbox. And things like that. And it's laughable for me to see people not even give this stock the time of day simply because they use another cloud product. Because this is like years ago when there was a whole Android versus iOS. I mean, I guess that's still a thing, but I mean, it was even more substantial 5-7 years ago, okay? And you had people that's like, I'm Android, Apple's trash, products are a ripoff, they're overpriced, they don't innovate fast enough, my Samsung can do this. You know what I mean? And it's like, they totally disregarded that stock, and that stock's been a beast over the last 5, 10, 15 years, whatever, okay? It just doesn't make any sense just because you use a different product or service that you write off any other companies that use other people like other products and services. You do understand that. Not everybody's going to be 100% love something, okay? I'm huge in the Apple ecosystem, okay? I have iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, iMacs, Mac Minis, AirPods, the whole thing, okay? I'm so Appled out. At the same time, I don't think every single person in this world is going to use Apple products, or even close to that, okay? And so at the end of the day, you got to say, do you like money or do you like arguing? That's the bottom line. Do you like money or do you like arguing? Fact is, Dropbox, I've been using that service for 5-6 years. I love it. A lot of us that are diehard Dropbox users, we're going to continue to renew our subscriptions. We're not going anywhere, okay? We love it, and Dropbox will continue to attract more customers in the future, okay? And if, other people want to be Microsoft or Google, or hey, that's their own decision. All I know is almost every single soul on this planet needs cloud, okay? And so that market is crazy big. Never mind e-signing of documents and all those other things, okay? So that whole argument, well, I use this, so that's irrelevant. It's a little laughable, okay? Forward P on the stock is 22. This is a growth company, okay? Now, a gentleman in my private stock group sent me these numbers last night, and this gentleman, he actually has an app on the iOS store. He actually had a meeting with Tim Cook, a Zoom meeting for 30 minutes a couple weeks ago. That was pretty epic. And he's got a very successful app on the App Store, and he's also invested in Dropbox. And he ran some numbers on what he expects this company to hit over the next few years. And I honestly think that these numbers are very doable. Let's just put it that way. I think these are conservative but very doable. You look at the revenue growth over the coming years for this company, this is nothing crazy, okay? 10%, 12%, 9%, 8% revenue growth. This is extremely doable for Dropbox, okay? You look at the net margins, you look at the stock price over time, this is all stuff that I think is definitely in the realm of possibility over the next few years. There's nothing that you look at here and you're like, whoa, that's impossible. That's crazy. Nothing, absolutely nothing. This company is coming off a year where they've grown, I want to say 14% plus revenues top line, okay? They're going to continue to probably grow double digits for at least the next couple of years, and then, 8, 9, 10% after that. So this company's in a very, very good position. In my opinion, this is going to be a $40+ stock in a couple of years, and that's a conservative number from me. Conservative $40+ stock. I think if we're going a little more of an aggressive number, I think the stock can be $80 plus, and that's what this gentleman thinks the stock's going to. Do I think it's going to 80 plus over, let's say, the next 3 years? 50-50, okay? I would say I'm 90% sure plus that the stock's going to 40 plus based upon the fact that their valuations just need to increase dramatically based upon the fact that their net income is going to be where it's going to be at over the next few years. So I'm definitely comfortable with 40 plus. 80 plus, I'm like, it's a 50-50. Let's just put it that way. So they're in a really good position. We will see with that one, okay? Number 3 stock up here, that is a very, very big investment for me in the stock market, is a Tattooed Chef, okay? TTCF. I got $117,000 in the stock in the public account. I got $329,000 of this stock in my main private account, okay? And I don't think I talked about this one on 3 Stocks I'm Buying February edition, okay? But when it comes to TTCF, under $2 billion for the stock, let me be very clear, in my personal opinion, is a deal, a steal deal on a long-term basis. If you're really somebody that invests in companies long-term like myself, I look at this stock and I'm like, under $2 billion for long-term for this company is a joke, okay? This company should grow revenues well over 50% next year. Analysts have them growing 51%. Don't be surprised at all if this company doesn't put up even stronger numbers than that, okay? Actually, much stronger. Based upon all the study I have done on the Tattooed Chef Corporation and my immense knowledge of the food and drink industry, which is one of the industries I understand to the highest level, let's just put it that way, there's no doubt in my mind that TTCF has a great opportunity to become a food giant over the next 5 to 10 years. I'm not talking about some little niche company over there that does a little bit of volume. I'm talking about a food giant over the next 5 to 10 years, okay? Like one of the bigger food companies in the world. I just see their products sell through. I see their branding. I see the way they're getting distribution. And I'm like, imagine where this company's at in 5, 7, 10 years from now, okay? If you look at some of these other big food companies that are like established, well-known companies out there that have almost minuscule growth or actually no growth at all, like Conagra Brands, right? Almost $17 billion market cap on that company. Campbell's Soup, I haven't had a Campbell's Soup since I don't know, probably in the last 20 years, okay? Campbell's Soup is over a $14 billion company. Kellogg's Corporation, okay? $20 billion market cap on that company, okay? General Mills, almost $35 billion. I still remember General Mills, if I recall. They bought out an old investment of mine. I think it was Annie's company. You guys remember Annie's? Oh, they still sell Annie's at different stores, but yeah, that was kind of a little more of a niche product there. And yeah, General Mills, almost $35 billion market cap. They're Hershey's company. Over $30 billion market cap, okay? The fact is, these companies are huge, okay? And with minuscule to no growth, literally. Some of those businesses might be shrinking in future years. And here you have the best like plant-based play, in my opinion, out there from a risk-reward standpoint, TTCF, at 1.7 billion-ish, somewhere around there. And I say, okay, if I'm right about this company becoming a food giant over the next 5, 10 years, where do you think this company's market cap's going? It's going to 10 billion, 20 billion, or up, okay? Because also remember, this company, as long as they continue up some very impressive growth rates, they're going to command a much higher PE than any of those old dogs that have no growth like Conagra and all those other companies, okay? So I'm looking at that and I'm like, how does all this play out? Okay, this is how it plays out. 2021, this company is going to get even much more distribution in Sam's Club, Costco, Walmart, Target. They're already in many Sam's Club locations, but they're not in them all. And I can almost guarantee you throughout 2021, they'll be in almost all of them by the year end. Costco, same exact situation. And keep in mind, this company has literally like, I think it's probably like getting close to 100 SKUs now, okay? And imagine how many SKUs they'll get into some of these retailers. A lot of these retailers only have 1, 2, 3 SKUs right now, okay? Costco, by year end, I think they'll be in almost every Costco out there. Walmart, I think this company is going to be in almost every single Walmart by the end of this year. Target, I think this company is going to be in almost every single Target by the end of this year. And they're already in a lot of them. Like if you go to, your local Target or Walmart or Sam's Club, Costco, high probability you're going to already see their products, okay? Never mind by the end of this year. So there's mass rollout in all those big, huge retailers that move crazy volumes that you want to be in, okay? 2022 is a year where this company gets distribution into grocery stores. And when you go to your, grocery store, whatever grocery store you like to shop at mainly, you're going to start seeing TTCF products on the shelves, in my opinion. Right now, almost non-existent because this company's way too early days and way too new to be in grocery stores yet. They really had to focus on big dogs like Sam's Club, Costco, Walmart, Target first. Very smart strategy. Then you start worrying about the grocery stores and getting into all those. You'll start to see, by the way, you'll likely start to see some TTCF products, Tattooed Chef, you'll start to see some of them in grocery stores this year in 2021, okay? But the real big distribution will actually happen in 2022, okay? Then comes 2023, which will be all about sell-through ramp and ramping SKUs into more and more grocery stores, continuing to ramp in the big dog stores across the board, okay? And then 2024, in my opinion, this could happen before, okay? But in 2024, international expansion is coming for this company, okay? It's very possible they could get into international expansion before then. I'm just looking at they've got a full plate in front of themselves, no pun intended, okay? A full plate in front of themselves. When you're talking about you got to be in all those big, huge retailers, continuing to, get more and more SKUs. You're trying to build out factories and production lines, keep product quality high, get out the word about your company and all these sorts of things. And then you have cash flow and it's like, do you raise more money or is there enough, a profit coming in, net income coming in to, continue to ramp factories and buy, machinery and hire a ton more employees and all sorts of things. So I don't think they're going to get around to international opportunity, which is bigger for this company than actually the US market, okay? International op is way bigger actually. But I can definitely see a day when Tattooed Chef is in markets like China, in many different Asian markets, and in Europe in full distribution. And so if I'm thinking about this company, the potential here is off the charts, okay? I hope Sam Galetti's ready for what's coming, man, because this is a time to shine over the next 5-10 years. I mean, my goodness, okay? TTCF, in my opinion, is going to be a household name by 2024, at least in the United States. Internationally, probably not, because I don't even think they're going to start getting around international expansion for at least a few years. So household name in the United States by 2024, in my opinion. And this company's in a similar stage to where Beyond Meat was 2 or 3 years ago, where a lot of people didn't know, never heard of Beyond Meat, unless you were super into like plant-based meats or something like that. Most people never heard of Beyond Meat 2 or 3 years ago. And nowadays, Beyond Meat is a household name, regardless of if somebody eats like plant-based meats or cares about that or anything like that. Like most people know Beyond Meat. Even my parents, they even know about Beyond Meat, and I doubt they eat any plant-based meats. I think I bought them some Beyond Meat, and I think they refused to eat it, by the way. But anyways, okay. And look at that valuation. Beyond Meat, I own that stock. It's an awesome stock, okay. Over $10 billion market cap on that company. Remember, Tattooed Chef, 1.7 billion, okay? Where do you think it's going over time, okay? So yeah, TTCF, I love that one. It's one of my favorite stocks in the entire stock market. Man, I got to continue to buy that one. As long as it's under 2 billion, I should continue to buy it. Even if it's under 3, I should continue to buy it. I need to add more shares. That's just one I'm going to be able to look back on in 5-10 years and be like, good job, Jeremy. Glad you bought as many shares as possible and just hold those shares. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, okay? Number 4 stock up here. That is a very large investment for me. And this is my easy money play of 2021. Easy money play meaning very, very, very low probability I lose money in the stock. Extremely high probability that I 2x or more than 2x my money on this particular stock. It is Walgreens Boots Alliance, ticker symbol WBA. $44,000 of the stock I hold in the public account, okay? $978,000 I hold of the stock in my main private account. And then in the dividends only account, $18,582 I hold in that one, okay? Now, I'm not gonna go super in depth on talking about Walgreens. There's a lot of bullish points I have on that. And that was one of the stocks I mentioned on 3 stocks I'm buying February 2021 edition. I think it was technically the second stock mentioned in that video. So if you wanna learn more about about WBA, check out that video because that will help you out immensely in kind of understanding my bullish thesis around WBA, which there's a lot to be excited about for that stock, not just this year, but over the next several years there, okay? I know there's a lot of people that are newer to the stock market right now that are, you know, like brand new, okay? So make sure you type into YouTube, like the search bar, Stock Market for Beginners 2021, okay? And my video should be one of the first videos to pop up there when you search that, and go ahead and watch that video. That's an hour-long video that goes super in depth. And honestly, even people that have a little more experience, like you maybe been in the market for a year or two, I would highly suggest you check out that video as well. Like, you know, people are getting crazy amounts of value from that video. Let's just put it that way. That was a beast for me to put together. And it's definitely a video you want to check out regardless if you're new to the stock market, you've been in for a year or two. And as always, never, ever forget to smash if you have not already. Thank you for watching and have a great day.